Organizers of Americade putting the brakes on the annual motorcycle rally, announcing it's going to be postponed by more than a month. Has a lot of businesses worried about what might be coming down the road. He may try to push through maybe a yellow light or a red light with that and allow some businesses to reopen early. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's not a county-by-county decision, Solomon.
Bread or butter? You really can't have one without the other, right? Well, unless you're talking about this. Yesterday, we told you about 2 turkeys that were up for a presidential pardon. So which one got that pardon? It was butter. That severe weather making its way across the capital region this evening, causing power outages in Saratoga, Fulton, Warren, and Schoharie counties. High winds downing trees in Saratoga Springs. Take a look at this. Queensbury Planning Board going to be going for a ride today, metaphorically speaking, of course. Great Escape looking to add a new ride called the Adirondack Outlaw. Press briefings became somewhat of, I'm going to use the word a spectacle. Other people might use an S word followed by the word show. I mean, do you think
show.
Dave Conley, our producers, and you can. Oh my gosh, you're like a 12-year-old right? Flossing. That's amazing.
Great that they made the recovery from coronavirus, but it sounds like from what you're saying, it could really just be the beginning of that process.
Yeah.
Oh, quick check of the date, and today is Cinco de Mayo, Taco Tuesday to boot. And if you're looking for some Mexican food for dinner tonight, what about a new spot in Albany? Year-old boy severely injured after a car hits a truck in Brooklyn. Happened around 8:30 in the morning right near Avenue P and Ryder Street in Marine Park. Cops saying the boy was walking with his mother. I wanted to let our viewers see what's happening behind me right now. You could see the embers still smoldering. They're still trying to put out hot spots here. It's a very active scene. Let me put it into perspective for you. People think that Houston is in the heart of Texas, but it's actually way down here on the coast. Schools in Massachusetts now going to remain closed through the end of the school year. Governor Charlie Baker making that announcement today. Some people out there spend hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars on a fresh pair of sneakers, and they hope they're getting exactly what they paid for. For example, I bought these. They're limited edition. They were $180. They're a great investment because they're real. The kicks you're about to see right now, they look like they're a good buy, but they're not. First question here, got a lot of people still waiting for those checks. So this is really a generalized question, Kevin. How will they be getting those stimulus payments? It's time to get your own Thanksgiving dinner in order. You're probably noticing that this year it's costing you a little bit less to fill the table. According to the New York Farm Bureau, costs down about 15%. A fire at an electrical plant in Puerto Rico, leaving nearly the entire island's population without power. A spokesperson for the Electric Power Authority saying officials trying to determine exactly what caused the blackout. There does appear to be a link that where there's smoke, there's fire. Excuse the pun. But what do you say to people who say that this is morally wrong? You shouldn't be profiting off hurting others. As if you needed any more indicators, the New England Patriots are ready to start a new chapter without this guy, Tom Brady. He certainly made that known on Monday. Snow just continuing to fall out there. Travel advisory is now in place across multiple counties in our viewing area. And as you can see, the closings right now, just too many to count. Dr. Dre is his name. Music is his fame. But now Congress is his game. This Republican challenger saying that Governor Cuomo was sentenced today. He just doesn't have to do the jail time. And ironically, the governor releasing an ad accusing Molinaro of pay to play. So how will this impact the election? You described feeling afraid and really for your life. This was life and death.
Absolutely.
I'm joined by the Cohoes Fire Chief. Going to bring him in here. And Chief, just tell us what happened. It was actually back at this manhole cover where authorities say they got their first big break in this case. We haven't had any barbecue yet, and I really want some. So in order for that to happen, we got to stay a couple more days. So I'm going to go with Syracuse. The UAlbany Great Danes playing for a spot in the school's first ever national championship game. But to a man, these guys say it is going to be business as usual.